Life is a journey made up of experiences, some good, some bad, some happy, some sad. We may all be different, but we are connected through the fact that no matter who we are, our stories all have hills and valleys. We dedicate tonight's episode to those who literally stare death in the face and receive a second chance. Welcome to Sim Soul Sessions. Hi everybody and welcome to the show. This week we're checking in with one of Jamaica's most sought after disc jockeys and producers who visited death's door and is here to tell us about receiving a second lease on life. You can join in tonight's conversation by using the hashtag #SameSoulSessions. Now, even if you don't know what he looks like, you have heard the name Kurt Riley, right? Known the world over for his mixing prowess and eventually as a diamond-selling record producer. Well, all of that meant nothing 3 weeks ago, when he had a brush with death that now has him putting things squarely into focus, having now received his second chance. So Riley, it is good to have you here. Comfy up yourself, relax up yourself. You're in a safe space, Bridget. You don't need to be nervous. I am so happy to be able to talk to you and touch you and see that you are well. First of all, how are you feeling?
All right, no, nervous.
Yeah, outside of that, like how does your body feel?
Feels way better than where I was.
You've lost some weight?
Lost a whole heap of weight. I was down to like 115.
From?
Like 200.
Oh, come on, Riley.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not going to quarrel with you because that's not why you're here. But you had a lot of people very, very worried because you, for all intents and purposes, I'm talking to, you're not a dead man because you're here, but the doctors are telling you you ought not to have made it. Lots of rumors were swirling, COVID, this, that. We just heard you needed blood. We heard you were in the ICU. What happened?
Where should I start?
Start at your birthday.
Yeah, 28th of July is my birthday. So what I would normally do 3 huge events, different parts of Jamaica. With friends and strangers and fans that's having fun, artists, DJs, a fraternity. But for some strange reason, this year I wanted to do something very low key. I don't know why the thought popped in my brain.
Well, COVID too.
So
you couldn't really do anything too big.
So what I did now was that I was picking locations that I liked, and I was being invited by some of the all-inclusive hotels, just to come and spend the day. We're gonna take care of you, yada yada yada. So that has been happening for like 3 weeks straight. And with the 3 weeks straight, it was just straight drinking.
So you were being the party animal?
Yes, I was being the party animal.
Which is your moniker, yeah. And it caught up with you?
I remember leaving Lover's Leap and the owner for Treasure Beach send more high-end stuff. We're on the road with Chris Gale and Tonto Black, so it was like crazy. And then, I was supposed to go to Trident the next day. And he said, just chill, I'll give you a villa. I said, me and my brother say, yeah man, 2 villa, we'll go back down there, more drinking again. So it was a Pelican Beach, I'm like, nah, I need to go back in. So I was trying to go to Trident and I'm like, I don't like how I feel. Call them, can't make it the following week. Went, more drinking, come back. Hear this now.
So you came back home?
Came back home.
You couldn't keep doing nothing?
Chilling.
Bringing up everything?
I went and got some food to eat, and it didn't work out for me. So I was throwing up and using bathroom for 4 days straight. And before that could finish, call it a week, rain sprinkle on me. And that come with everything. runny nose, cold, flu, the whole 9 yards. Everything that them said, COVID look
comes
like.
up, right.
Yeah, so, you know, somebody does at most time say, yo, Kurt, you need to go and check out a doctor. You know? I said, no, I'm a good man. Then some go over the counter, go to the pharmacy, get to a thing, and then I just couldn't hold down anything.
So when you got to a point where you thought, okay, this is bad, you called a doctor and you said, I need some help. And he looked at you and he said, you need the hospital.
Actually, when I asked him to take me to the hospital, because I thought I was dehydrated, because that's how I feel, he saw something different. So, and while this man is taking me to you, you know, so I'm saying to myself, I'm going to spend 2 days. I did not know this man calling people inside and say, yo, admit this brother, you know.
So what was wrong with you? You had alcohol poisoning, pretty much.
I did abuse it.
Yeah.
And then they said my liver and my kidney was like, it never looked good.
So you were in ICU?
Yeah.
You ended up?
I ended up in ICU, and I don't remember anything.
You don't remember anything?
No.
Not much. Do you remember being on a ventilator?
I remember being on the ventilator because I saw in my phone that I took pictures. And I'm saying, when did I get time to take a picture with me and this thing over my nose? But that's all I remember is...
Do you remember making a call to someone to ask them to write up your will and write your estate to your daughters?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, that was the first thing I did. It wasn't, to be honest, Simone, it wasn't really like fear. It was confusing.
Did you feel like you were going to die?
I didn't know. They carried me straight into ICU when them did that. And like I tell you, you can't ask me anything about it. It's like...
Which is part of the reason it's driving you crazy now, eh? Because you're trying to remember a lot of things.
I'm really trying to remember. It's like, you booked me for a party, and I'm dead there. And I said, all right, Riley, your time to play. And I cannot remember the next DJ, the DJ before me was playing. I can't remember none of the music.
Well, maybe that's your way of protecting yourself because it was so traumatic a period for you. You were in the hospital for 2 weeks?
Almost, dead, like
2 weeks.
2 weeks and something.
You got blood. They made a call for blood for you. You got blood.
Yeah.
And you're here on the other side. We'll talk to you a little bit more. We'll talk to Riley a little bit more when we come back about his second chance. There's a song you said that got you through at one point when you said you wanted to give up because it was too hard what you were going through. Talk to me about that song.
I was losing my mind in there. A minute ago, crazy is not the word, but losing your mind. You ask the nurse what time it is and she'll tell us that it is 12 a.m. and you're looking outside and the place is bright. Time to me was going like this, anti-clockwise. And you know, I'm not hearing anything. I'm on my back, I can't move. And Sean Paul sent me a song called Give Thanks, and I was listening to the song and was working, prior to that I was working with a song with Siobhan. And this was before I got sick. And the man was just adamant that, yo, Kurt, we could just finish the song, even if it don't release, we just need to finish it because it's not our song, a people's song, it's somebody's song. And while I was there in the hospital bed, I asked him to send me the song.
This is the song. Life is a treasure. No one can measure. Turn it up, Lord. Life will get better. Get up and live. Get up and live, which is what Kurt Riley posts every morning when he gets up. Wake up and live. Get up and live on his Twitter feed. When we come back, he's going to tell us what this journey has taught him and what he's going to do with his second chance. We'll be right back. We are back. Kurt and I are just laughing. the joke is that God give you a remix. People are telling you that you look younger and fresher than the last time they saw you. Riley, we've known each other for a long time. I've always known you as a man of extremes. You either go hard or you go home. I was telling my producer that there was a time when, you came to me after a party and you said, you're done with this. And the next thing you were selling your records and we're like, Kurt, what are you doing? Because you were going to become a Christian. And if it wasn't that, then you were partying hard. So you were always a man of extremes. I think now that this has happened, and you know what the reason is, right? So it was one of the extremes that landed you here. What do you think about now? When you and I spoke, you said there are some things that you've walked away with that you will never take for granted again. One is just taking a bath.
Yo, that was that same quick and fast. That was an experience. In the hospital on my back, you can't move.
Strung up.
What?
Needles everywhere.
Wires. My hands start to look good now.
Okay, you lost all your muscle mass.
Yeah, they were tender for the last for like 2.5 days. So I couldn't touch them when I came out because it was the time for the interns. So them practicing to find a vein. So when them go, so they say, yes, Mr. Riley, you're doing a friend? I say like, no, because they're trying to answer, oh, let us juke here. Let us juke here. We could go here, we could go here. Before they even find a vein. I'm a vein them get all tired and afraid and shrivel up. And ball out. So
the little things you took for granted.
I'm right there, quick and fast. I'm hearing a patient having a shower, laughing off him life, and I got jealous legitimately for the first time in my life. And to the nurses, I'm sorry. I'd like to apologize. I lied to you. I lied to them.
Just to get a chance to.
Just to get a chance to go around there. And when I went around there, and they carried me in the wheelchair, and they assisted me to stand up, and was able to brace myself on the tile and turn on the water. And Simone, I am telling you, no matter everything that anybody claimed that has made me happy from the day that I have sense from me born, anything that anybody think that make me whatever it is that make me, or anything what I love, what you think you love, there was no feeling sweeter in my life from the day I'm born, right there that moment. The ability to push my head under that pipe and use my own hand and touch my own body. I've been taking life for granted.
You've also started to kind of audit your life. You told me some things just don't matter. Some people don't matter. So you've done a lot of stupid things and now you're like...
What's the sense? It never make any sense. Right now, I just weed out a lot of things out of my life. It don't add nothing. And if it don't add anything, why keep it? Why was I... Them other things on me, though? Bull crap. What I said.
Seen a few.
Yes.
Seen a few of them. Yeah. What about forgiveness and rebuilding relationships? You've done some of that too.
Yes, and to be honest, because of what was happening to me in whatever circle God had me in, a lot of outside relationships that had nothing to do with me were mended because of me being in this circle with God and the people that were praying for me. So like a bridging over here, so I know vex with a bridging over here, so because me see the two of them come together and them just start crying and just a whole and just for Kurt, and then them just talk about what them did I got you and talk about what made them not speak to each other in the first place.
And it was
so
healing out of your heart.
Yeah, so a lot of those relationships outside that had nothing to do with Kurt were mended because Kurt was here.
But there were people who showed up for you giving blood that you did not expect.
Oh, Selassie, I was surprised. I was surprised, and I have to say thank you to everybody who chose to do that, because it's a different type of choice. That's a life-saving choice. that is you giving yourself to save somebody else.
Literally and
like
physically.
giving your hand. You chop off your own hand to give your next man your hand because you want him to be alive. Yeah, man.
So when you think about life now, how you look at it?
I have a appreciation for it. I'm trying to figure it out. Sometimes I get up at nights and like 2 o'clock. Cry for maybe 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes.
What are those tears about?
I just want answers. I don't know because when they took me out of ICU, the patient care attendant, he takes everybody's blood pressure. Like 3 days after that, the man said, "Mr. Riley, you're lucky, Now remember, I tell you something, he losing it. My brain not work." And the man say, "You're lucky, And I'm like, "Yeah." The man say, "You shouldn't come back,
That's the first time you were realizing how much trouble you were in.
I said,
"Come back."
what the man said to me? What we hear a while ago? So I start to realize, I said to him, like, "What you mean?" And him said, "People who go there, so don't come back."
Well, Dr. Bruce told you as much. You ought not to be here.
Carl Bruce, I know I don't get to talk to that man. I met him through Nigel's staff. And him hears me sick through my daughter. And this man just, out of nowhere, just started bat for Kurt.
You had a lot of people batting for Kurt and a lot of people praying for Kurt and a lot of people giving of themselves but also giving of their good wishes. Some of those people are in this feature, so have a look at this.
All me I wish you is nothing but the best. I'm glad to say they're back by your feet again, like when Michael Bolton sing the song. And when Gloria again I said, "I will survive." So you know you're a survivor. So I'm glad you come back for come go on with a crocus bag of thing with 17 scandal back of that.
Riley, not many stories since 2020 start have good ending. And we have to give thanks that at least your experience, we're able to talk about it now and you're still around. And we give thanks for that. We give thanks for health and strength. It is very important that we take care of ourselves. Me, I, first, and then everything else come after. Because if we don't take care of ourselves, it means that we can't get to do the things that we love and passionate about.
Hi, Uncle Kurt. I'm very glad that you're doing well. We were all worried about you.
Just wishing you a get well soon. It was a scare for not just you, but for all of us. But I'm so glad that you're back on your feet.
And just remember, it was my fish tea that first started your recovery. Glad to have you back.
Big up yourself and your speedy recovery. We're really glad to hear that you're coming on very well. Because the prayer them work. Big up yourself. I love you, my youth. And the whole fraternity pray for you, and the whole fraternity big up to the strength and love on the same team.
Mr. Riley, you shot the world still, right? You shot the world. That's a surprise there. We don't need to have it again, you see me? Glad to know that you're getting better. Glad to know that you're doing well. And glad to know that you're still here with us.
I'm over here in London sending all kinds of positive energy and good vibrations your way. Health is wealth, brother, so look after yourself. Remember, the temple wants nourishment, not punishment. Yo, you've always taken time, to just keep me under your wing, brother, and for that I'm forever grateful.
I just want to say I'm proud of you for pulling through the most difficult time that you ever had to go through. Your support system is here. Dan, me, and Uncle and everybody rallied around you and you pulled through. We love you. We're here for you. Yes, we still do cook your food every day.
Hey, Grandpa.
We hope you feel better soon. We're glad that you're back on your feet and just continue working because your work don't finish. So let us do this. Let's do your physio. Let's, change your diet and just ensure that you're okay.
Kurt is just an overall amazing person, and just we're really happy that he's here with us and back in good health. And you know, just big up Kurt. Thanks for every single thing. And you know, that's family. You know, Kurt's family, and you know, he's a one of a kind person.
Keep being you. You're the best. Wear your mask and keep safe.
Much respect. Glad for Sister Di. All right. And big up Daniel and Brittany. Trust me, real trooper them.
Love brother, every time.
So get well soon, and we give thanks for your life. Blessings.
Keep up the good work, you know? Yeah, come on.
Big up yourself, my friend, my brother.
Kirk Riley, that one you are for the people them. And you are for the people them. Lord is mercy.
Right, some folks from Kurt's village. I just love to see when, I mean, Daniel and Brittany and your grandbaby and Nico, but when the community comes out and comes together to support one of their own like that, and I hear these DJs go into the recesses of their heart to tell them, Virgin, how them feel, these things just lift my spirits. So thank you, Daniel and Brittany, for your perseverance in making your dad well again. Donahue was not in our feature, but Donahue was also a huge part of your recovery. And he was in the feature, but he's here. So rally in the, come Papa, come. You can borrow my chair.
Yo, Maji, what's up?
So he's been your chauffeur, we know that much. What a scare, Donahue.
My scare?
What a scare it was.
Yes, it was a serious scare because I actually came from Miami the day he actually went into hospital. And so looking for him the whole day, I was like, oh, I can't hear from him. And when I finally got around to hearing that he was in the hospital, and I had to go on a quarantine, so I couldn't really. Yeah, it was. It was really heart-wrenching.
Well, he's here now, and you have the opportunity to tell him what you have to say, and then we'll go to break and wrap it up.
Bro, you've heard more than enough from all your support staff, because that's what we are right now, your structure. Okay, and we're here with the whole rebuilding process. We all have your back, and you know I've always had your back from day one. Okay, so love you, loads. Yeah, and I want to see you get back to what you do best and what you love the best, which is entertaining people and making people happy. Because as long as you're happy, I'm happy. Okay, bro? You know we good like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll be right back with more after this. You can't stop calling with people on the road and tell me that he have to be calm and you don't know. A chance, second time around, Shalamar. Because I remember those days. What are you going to do with this second chance, sir?
Well, no more alcohol, that's the one. Me done with that. Try and see if I can get some more answers as in what's supposed to happen. I have an idea what I need to do. It's music oriented as usual. And you know, I'm gonna help people through music. Just like how music never made me give up, because my father died he died on the water anyway, the same place where I was. And I started to remember certain things because I called Daniel and Brittany and say, you want to come for me because they may kill me and bag of things. And like I said, I was this close to give up. Wake up and live.
That's it upon now.
That
Every day is
motherfucker,
a gift.
Yeah, man. Wake up and live, man. I'm being honest with you, I will get up 4 or 4:30 in the morning just to wait for God to just change the scenery of the sky, so that once I see it get light, I just tell him thanks, because I know that where I was, Kurt Riley could not bring back Kurt Riley from looking at that grave or that darkness or whatever it was, whatever it is that I don't remember. It have to do with God himself prayers from friends, family, and strangers, and all of the prayer warriors them were out there, and the tears of the people involved for me. People that I know, people that I don't know, people who I don't expect it from. They are responsible for me sitting down right here and talking to you, Simone.
God is a good God.
What?
Yeah.
A different thing need upon right now.
Yeah.
Radical. Balance.
We'll be watching. You have a lot of fans who are just looking to see what your next step is. But we're all rooting for you, you know that, because we all love you, right? And we are glad you are here. I have some juice for you. Juice. No alcohol, just...
Yeah, let's give me a red cup.
Just saying. You can pretend. Still has a sense of humor. He sounds to me when I speak to him like he's back, and back and beyond, because he's happy to be here. So thank you, Kurt, for being here and sharing. Now we are going to close the show with our affirmation. So if you think that getting a second chance to make a first impression is rare, think about getting a second chance to live, to breathe, to love. Another opportunity to take stock, to assess, and to take action. If you received a second chance at this thing called life, what would you do with it? What would you change? If you can answer those questions no, then why not just start doing those things now, in this moment, since we are not guaranteed the next. Life is so precious, and sometimes we take that for granted, and it's not until we almost lose it that we realize second chances are rare. And if you're blessed enough to get one, do not waste it. Every single moment is a gift. Live in the present as if it were a present. Use this chance to live a life poured out. Value your journey and make every moment count. Tonight we are affirming with Riley sitting here, I am grateful for new miracles and new mercies and the opportunity to create new beginnings. We wish you all the best as you create yours. That is our soul food for tonight. Thank you guys for watching tonight's show. We'll be back next week with another story of the power of the human spirit. Until then, every blessing, and please remember to count your blessings. Night, everybody.